What's up? It's your boy Fats checking in with you with another one. I'd like to give a shout out to SGN Tunes, Slick Vic 2020, Sugar Mac, Will the Trill O'Neal, and Ghostbuster 001. You got two types of people in prison. You got the convicts and you got the inmates. Now, the convicts are people that been down a long time. They know the rules. They know how to move. They know how to talk to people. They real respectful and things like that. And then you got the inmates. You know, you got some inmates that are convicts as well because they ain't really into none of that stuff. But most of the inmates, they kind of learning how things go up in there. You know, how to move, how to talk to people, staying away from everybody, you know, that they ain't supposed to be around, like all the gang members and stuff like that. You know, the inmates, you know, they move around the penitentiary kind of funny at first until they get to know how to basically become a convict. It was this dude named Green Eyes. Now, Green Eyes probably been down probably about 20 years at this time. I mean, he was cool. He kind of ran the pod, you know, to make sure that everybody stayed on point with certain stuff to where didn't nobody get in trouble, to where the police would come in there and shake people down and things like that. He didn't really want nothing like no type of movement like that going on in the cell house. So he was kind of cool. He worked out, you know, kept his body up in shape and stuff like that. I mean, he was just a real cool individual. And then you had this other dude named Jackson Milton. Jax was a white dude. He was real sure he was the porter at this time. You know, he basically make sure that the day room was always clean. And then you had this other dude named Milton. I mean, Milton was, I don't know what type of person he was, but he was kind of a strange individual. You know, I don't know if the meds or anything like that, you know, that he was taking was affecting him or not, but I didn't really know anything like that. But yeah, he always used to come in there with his little sack lunch because at the end of the day, he take his meds at night. I guess he had to have some type of food with him, you know, in order to take his meds. Get up in the morning, I go to the day room waiting on work call, and when I get downstairs, that's when Jax come down there, and he's talking to another inmate. He's telling another inmate how, you know, Milton be leaving his stuff on the table and stuff like that, and he's tired of him doing that. So then I'm basically just listening to their conversation. Then he also was telling him how Milton blew up the microwave because he was trying to light a cigarette. He put razor blades in there with some tissue on top of it and tried to get a spark to try to light the cigarette. So I go to school. After hearing that, I go to school. And then when I get back from school, I get to my cell. That's when Jax come up to my cell. He's like, hey, you think I can get a couple things of sardines and a couple things of California vegetable soups so I can make this rice? So I'm like, all right. So then when I was giving it to him, he was telling me, hey, man, your boy is real disrespectful. You know, he ain't just leaving messes in the day room. He ain't really, you know, focused on none of the stuff. He just walking around like he's crazy and stuff like that. He already blew up the microwave trying to light a cigarette. So I was like, dang, he did that? I ain't know he did all that. So then I was like, yeah, I'll holler at him and see what's going on with him. So he's like, all right. So he leave the room. So after he leave the room, count time and then child time come and then yard time comes. So then I come back in from yard. And when I'm sitting on my bed, that's when Milton come and knock on the door. And when he come in there, he got like a little letter. He's like, I got some money, man. I got some money, you know, because when you get money orders in prison, they give you like a little stamp inside your letter, and it tells you how much that you got. So I think he had like $40. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, he's like, hey, you think I can get a couple sodas and a bar of soap? I'm like, all right. So then, boom, he goes. I give him this stuff, you know, we walk out. So when we walking out, I'm telling him, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Jack's talking about, man, you being real disrespectful and stuff like that. You know, we walking to the shower. He's like, man, I ain't being disrespectful. That clown, man, you know what I'm saying, don't even know what's going on around here. He just, you know what I'm saying, in people's business. I was like, shit, they talking about the way that you blew up the microwave and stuff, and everybody's kind of mad about that. He's like, man, I ain't worried about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They can think of whatever they want to think. So we go to the shower, but when we take our shower, after that, I come back to my room. I get my ice bucket and I head downstairs. And when I get downstairs to the ice machine, I look over and I see Milton, you know what I'm saying, talking to Jax at the door. And he's moving his hands and stuff like that. I don't know if he was checking him or what they was doing, but they was over there talking, you know, kind of, you know, fast. Both of them was, you know, really just talking. So I go back to my room. I ain't really paying no mind. Boom. I get to my room. The next morning when I go to work detail, I'm about to go to school, I see them again at the door. They over there talking again, you know. I don't know what they talking about or whatever, but I see them over there talking. So then I go to school, and then when I get back from school, I go to chow. Like I said, do my regular thing, go to chow, go to the yard. I come back. And when I come back, that's when Milton come back to me again. You know what I'm saying? This time he needed a cigarette. So I end up, you know, saying, giving him a cigarette. I tell him, hey, I'll give you a light too. That way you won't, you know, do nothing crazy, you know. So I give him a light. He runs out the room, I guess to his room, you know what I'm saying, smoke his cigarette. So then after that, so I go downstairs and I'm sitting at the table, and that's when Jax come over to me. He's like, hey, man, your boy's really tripping. You know, he been coming to my room for the last couple of days, tripping about all that stuff people been saying about him. And I was like, what they been saying about him? And he was like, you know, leaving this stuff on the day room. He blew up the microwave. He's walking around here like he's this bad motherfucker. But shit, he ain't really bad like that. He's like, I'm about to show this motherfucker, you know, how things really go down. I was like, man, don't be doing nothing like that, man. You know, just chill out, man, you know, because this pod is pretty cool. So then like 20 minutes later, I said, let me go up here and holler at him, man, see what's going on with him. So when I go upstairs, I had one of them things with me. I went in the room and I was talking to him. I was basically letting him know that, hey, man, people around here is to really start to trip about you in this room, or in this cell house, because you doing a lot of crazy stuff. So while we smoking and stuff, he's basically telling me, man, fuck all these people, man. I don't give a fuck about it. I was like, man, you can't be like that up in here, man, because somebody will try to do something to you if you real disrespectful to somebody like that. He's like, man, I ain't worried about Jax, man. You know, fuck him, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, man, you better be worried about him, because shit, he been down. I think he been down about 3 years, so he kind of already knew the ropes of the penitentiary. So he might want to do something to you. So he was like, man, I ain't worried about nobody doing nothing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, man. So I leave up out the room. I go back to my room. The next day, like I said, I see him again. They over there talking again, you know. But like I said, I ain't all in their business, so I just see him talking. So then probably about 30 minutes later, that's when the maintenance people bring in the microwave and they hooking it up. So everybody's like, hey, man, don't blow up this motherfucking microwave. Don't blow up this microwave. So he get a little mad. He's like, man, fuck y'all, man, you know. So everybody looking like, shit, man, this motherfucker really crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Why he being disrespectful like that if he the one that did it? So the maintenance people leave. I go back to my cell, and that's when Milton come up to my cell and he asked me, could he get 2 cups of soups? So I'm like, all right, I give him a cup of soups, you know. He go back downstairs. I guess he goes to the microwave, cooks his soup or whatever. So then when he cooks his soup, I guess he put too much water in there, and it overflowed in the microwave. So instead of him cleaning it out, he just took his soup and just started eating it at the table. So then probably about 30 minutes later, that's when Green Eyes come in there, and I guess he putting something in the microwave because he knew that the microwave was open now. He put something in the microwave. So when he opened the microwave, he seen that it was dirty in there. So he yelled out, who dirtied out the motherfucking microwave? Somebody need to come and clean this shit out. You know, he yelled out that real loud to people. So everybody looking around, you know what I'm saying? So then Milton look up and he's like, I did it, man, you know. He's like, man, you need to make sure that you stay on point with stuff, man. Make sure that you don't leave this motherfucking cell house dirty and stuff like that. So Milton was like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna do nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, no more. And he's like, yeah, you better not, you know. So then Green Eyes go back to his cell, and I don't know what he was doing in there, but probably about 5 minutes later, he come out, then he go over to Jack's cell. So him and Jax is talking, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. I guess he probably asking him what's going on with, you know what I'm saying, Milton, and why come he's being nasty and stuff like that. So when Milton seen that Green Eyes went over to Jack's cell, he get up, he run over there. I guess now they over there talking and stuff. And basically it's getting kind of loud over there. So then Green Eyes was like telling Milton, hey, get your ass to your cell. We don't tolerate, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect. Get your ass to your cell and sit in your cell, you know what I'm saying, until you calm down, you know. So Milton get up, he go to his cell, and when he go to his cell, he keep looking out the door, you know what I'm saying, but saying some old evil ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Back to Green Eyes, you know what I'm saying? So Green Eyes was like, shit, I'm gonna have to go do something to him, you know. I heard him and I was like, shit, what you about to do? You know, he said, shit, I'm about to go in there and whoop this motherfucker's ass. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he knew that me and Milton, you know what I'm saying, kind of hung out together and stuff because he always came and got cigarettes in store from me. So he kind of already knew that me and him was kind of close. But once I hit that like and subscribe button for your boy, so I can finish out this story, and make sure that y'all comment on something if y'all like my videos, and let me know if y'all like what type of food y'all eat, you know what I'm saying, while y'all watching videos and stuff, so I can be on point with stuff. So like I said, Green Eyes, you know what I'm saying, had a little attitude, you know, so he go up to Milton's cell, and when he go in his cell, you know, I thought they was gonna kick something out, but I ain't hear no band music playing in the background, you know, so I knew that they wasn't up in there really tripping or anything like that. He was just probably checking him, just, hey, man, you know what I'm saying, you need to make sure that you stay on point with everything. He was just, I don't know what he was actually talking to him about, but they was up in there for probably about 5 minutes, you know, and then Green Eyes come out. When he come out, he go back to his cell. And when he go back to his cell, I come over to his cell. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on with it? He's like, man, shit, dude, just going to have to end up getting up out of here because, shit, we don't tolerate none of this stuff that he's doing around here. He said, shit, tomorrow he going to have to either get up out of here or I'm going to have to whoop his ass or something. So I was like, shit, that's just how it's going to go down. So in the morning, Milton come to my cell. He's like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? They put me out the cell house because of whatever happened, you know what I'm saying, yesterday. And I was like, is he? I said, Green Eyes doing it like that? He was like, yeah, Green Eyes don't want me in the cell house no more because he said I'm being real disrespectful and I'm trying to bully everybody. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, that stuff that I owe you, you know, we have to figure out another way for me to get it to you because I ain't gonna be able to get it to you after today. I was like, all right. But yeah, you don't want to go to the penitentiary to get yourself involved in situations like that. I mean, if Milton would have stand on his business like he's supposed to have, none of this would ever occurred, you know. But by him being disrespectful to people and thinking that he can do what he wanted to do and felt like he can run over people and things like that, people felt like he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, obligated to stay in the cell house, and they wanted to hurry up and put his ass up out there. So, like I said, if Milton wouldn't have did what he did to kick everything off, things would have been totally different, you know. But this is your boy Fats at you one more time. Y'all stay up. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, if y'all got any penitentiary stories y'all want me to talk about, just dropping me a comment and tell me what you want to talk about, and I can try to get up on it for you. But this is your boy Fat. Stay up.